What's good, guys? M.V.K here, back again. How is everybody doing? So, news came out. I'm here to give my thoughts on some news from the world of gaming. As always, kind of haven't talked about video games on the channel for some time, but I'm here to talk about it now. And two of the things I'm going to talk about come from things I love, my childhood and things like that. So let's kick it off with the news of my favorite horror slasher icon himself, Michael Myers. The only true slasher that your boy's actually a little afraid of. Michael Myers is finally being adapted to a video game. I saw the trailer this afternoon, and it didn't show much. You hear a actor who's playing Dr. Loomis talking about Michael Myers, and you see them showing a little bit of an animated Haddonfield, and you see a woman come out of her house and run to her neighbor's house, and they run out of it, and then you see Michael Myers come out, and then it says Halloween the game, and it says 2026. After watching the trailer, I did my little research and looked on and see more information, what the game is going to be about and things like that. And I'm a little hesitant on what I read. So from what I read is that this game is going to be a multiplayer game, but also have a single player story mode, which is fine. That kind of saved it for me a little bit. But reading what the game is going to be about, it just made me feel a little jaded again with past horror franchises that have gotten video games, because it's following the same trope of past video games that are based off of horror franchises, and that is multiplayer. One plays as the killer, one plays as the titular character, and you run and try to kill the other people who are played by the other players. I've seen that game before. It's called a game called Dead by Daylight. They were fine doing it. And after Dead by Daylight, we saw all these video games play the same way. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre game plays the same way. The Friday the 13th game plays the same way. And I had that game, and I was done with it not even a week, because the downtime was so bad. Dashie made it fun, but when you play it for real, it was nothing. And of course, the Predator. They did the Predator Hunting Grounds and plays the same way. Hell, even Dragon Ball got into that same vibe. There was a Dragon Ball game where you play as citizens around, and the other person plays as Imperfect Cell, and right before you trying to get away from him before he kills you. That's the trope that I don't like. I was hoping for something a little differently. I'm keeping my hopes high, but I'm still nervous, and from what I read, I'm like, I played this game before. Where's the difference? I'm thinking, we're gonna get a story, and you're either gonna play as Michael Myers. I was about to say Michael Myers, or you're playing as a survivor, and Michael's coming to kill you. Something. I'm thinking it was gonna play like something like maybe, Resident Evil or something, where, but it's not. It's playing like Dead by Daylight, the Friday the 13th game, the Predator game. All these games, I wish it was playing maybe like the Alien game. That was at least a little bit more cooler, but it's played by that, and I believe it's being developed by the same people that developed the Predator game. Gun. I believe that's the name of the production. That's just my beef with it. I'm like, oh, this is just like Dead by Daylight. I don't need that. We don't need copycats, But I guess because it worked for them and people's, then it's fine. The one saving grace is that single player story mode. So hopefully that will be a niche that will play well. But for me, still seeing Michael Myers is cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was still cool. But I played with Michael. Michael Myers is in Dead by Daylight, and that's my go-to killer when I am the killer. When I'm going at people. But yeah, it is what it is. I just feel a little bit jaded on that. A little bit. I'm like, ugh. But the saving grace is that single players mode. Hopefully we'll see more of how it's going to play. And speaking of play, keep it going. Let's keep it going. One of my childhood hero is finally getting a video game. And y'all should already know who that is. He-Man. Yes. Discovered, I think as well today. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe is getting a side-scroll beat-em-up game that's going to be coming out for Steam and Xbox and PlayStation 5 and all the other. I saw the gameplay feel of it. What it plays like, basically what it is, it plays like all those classic beat-em-up games that we loved back in the day. If you were a child of the 80s and 90s, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Golden Axe. I'm talking about Double Dragon. I'm talking about Final Fight. I'm talking about Streets of Rage, Turtles. It plays like that. It definitely plays like Golden Axe because you see like almost He-Man summoning characters from the classic show. It looks great. It's going to be a 4-player. 4 people can play on the screen. I saw He-Man. I saw Teela. I saw some villains. I saw Evil Lyn. I saw Trapjaw. Of course Skeletor. But yeah, I was like, okay, this looks fun. This is sweet. This is sweet. I'm loving this. But yeah, man, that's great. A side scroll beat 'em up is better than nothing. Would I wanted a full, third person adventure game with He-Man? Yeah, that would have been cool too. But He-Man has been out for over 40 years and has never been adapted to video games. Not to my memory, not to my knowledge. It's never. So to see this happening is that child in me comes out. To see my childhood hero grace the world of video games is cool. I like what I saw with that. So with that being said, guys, look, the Halloween game, I'm not saying I'm not excited, but I'm just really reserved for it. But the He-Man game, I'm very excited for because I got to see some game footage and I know what I'm getting with that, and that's fine. But with the Halloween game, I'm just a little bit like, I've seen this before. You're not doing anything new. Come on. Well, you guys tell me if you've seen this. What do you think of this? The Halloween game coming out in 2026. That was the other thing. It was 2026. And the He-Man, the Masters of the Universe, and the Masters of the Universe video game is coming out, I think, this year. Or so. I think it's this year or 2020. It comes out, this year, I believe. Correct me on that. But outside of that, guys, you guys take care. And I want to hear from you. Let's do this. Let's get into a conversation. Bring it. Bring it. But with that being said, you guys take care. Deuce.